Well, Ken, here's another great superpower of OpenZiti, which is end-to-end encryption. You'll get end-to-end encryption for free by just using OpenZiti. And that is also true if you are using tunnelers, but in this case, we're talking about application embedded superpowers. So if you were to take an OpenZiti SDK, cram it into your application and into your server, when you communicate to the app or from the app to the client, you're going to get application embedded end-to-end encryption, full all the way from start to finish. And as I like to say, your data never leaves your process space, even though it's on two different machines, right? You never have the data leave your process space when it's not encrypted. It's always encrypted. It's only unencrypted when you get to the other end. The other end is already provided for you a ephemeral certificate that is only for that endpoint. So it's not like we're resharing some keys or something along those lines. And you have true end-to-end encryption, which is pretty powerful. It also is built on libsodium, as you see here, and uses libsodium will use, I think it offers a couple options, but the one we use is cha-cha 20 poly 1305, which is built for low power, meaning not supercomputer type encryption. So if you have a Raspberry Pi or Arduinos, that sort of thing.
Do you happen to know if that end-to-end encryption is absolutely valuable, extremely valuable? What I'm hearing is that it's the selection of the key exchange and cipher suite is performant for low power compute specifically, and so this has a very low overhead on both endpoints and probably in the channel as well. It does raise the question for me about perfect forward secrecy. Do you happen to know if that is also a feature of this particular
Now,
set of algorithms?
it depends on what you mean by it. My understanding of perfect forward secrecy means both sides negotiate an ephemeral certificate at the time of the connection. So that is what absolutely happens when the dialing side communicates to the receiving side. They will both create an ephemeral certificate and exchange the certificate using the standard, here's my secret, give me your secret, let's mix them together kind of approach. But what really drives perfect forward secrecy is the ephemeralness of the key. So one of the things that we don't support is being able to get at the key. So if you wanted to, like, you actually can't decrypt your traffic right now. You'd have to turn it off if you had to debug your traffic. You actually would have to go out of your way to enable ZD or to disable
Interesting.
end-to-end encryption.
Yeah,
So like if you look at WireGuard or Wireshark, not WireGuard, if you look at Wireshark and you look at the other perfect forward secrecy solutions, there a lot of times the application will let you, if you poke it right or if you start it correctly, it will log for you the session key of that particular session so that you can then go and plug it into Wireshark, and Wireshark will
sure.
actually be able to decrypt that traffic. So yeah,
Right.
it's an ephemeral exchange, and I believe it's done on each dial.
Yeah, I mean, in plain English, the purpose, the outcome of perfect forward secrecy is that if your ciphertext, your encrypted traffic is captured today, it won't be decipherable no matter how powerful computers get in the future, because there's no
Well,
relationship back to. I
so
mean,
like the whole quantum thing comes into that equation, right?
well, put another way, if you are able to crack today's payload, it won't give you tomorrow's traffic. It's because it's a
Yeah,
different key.
that is for
Right.
sure, and every
Yeah.
that's the ephemeralness, the one timiness that's really important. So
Right
yeah,
on.
every time if you create a different key every time you connect, it's going to be very very difficult to crack every single key every single time.
So
That's
do I have to do something special to get this end-to-end encryption? Do I have to take extra steps like we're dealing with keys or anything?
You don't. Nope. The client negotiates that with the dialing the receiver all through OpenZiti. OpenZiti takes care of all of that.
So this is networking software in any kind of traffic, any kind of app. I can get end-to-end encryption basically out of the box for any
If
kind of.
you embed OpenZiti into your app, then yes.
Okay.
So if you are using a tunneling app, for example, you are mildly susceptible to local sniffing. So
Sure.
if you're using a tunneler, the traffic that before the tunneler, it's up to you to make sure that that's actually secure. If you're not, and if you're using an app embedded, then you get it end to end for free just by using OpenZiti
Right. Okay. So it's on by default.
on by default. That's right.
Cool.